What's going on YouTube? Mixture Man here. So right now I'm going to be telling you my thoughts, review, everything for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog. I played the games. I watched some of the animated series, and I remember watching the first Sonic the Hedgehog a couple years ago in theaters, and I thought it was really good. It's probably the best video game adapted movie of all time, and this one as well. The sequel is just as good, if not better, than the first one. To me, right now, I think it's just as good as the first one. Maybe if I watch it again, I might like it a little bit more. Um, but I can see if people say it's better than the first one, I could see why. Like it was that good. This movie is what more directors and creators, if they want to create video game at adapted movies, they need to take notes because even the director, I'm forgetting his name right now, the director of this film, Jeff Fowler, he said it himself that you just can't think about this being a video game. You just got to think of it as a movie, as new characters and everything. You don't just try not to think of it as a video game. And I think that's a good thought. Just don't even think of it as a video game. You're trying to be too much of it. You're trying too much. Just do your best, and that's what it is. It's getting um, it's getting like average, mediocre reviews by the critics, but it by the fans and moviegoers. And just like I said, fans of Sonic the Hedgehog, both as the video game and or the TV series. It's like everyone's loving it between the lore, the look of it, everything like that. And that's the thing too. Paramount is listening to the fans for this. It's as well as Sega. Sega listened to the fans. I think it was mainly Sega. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. Um, they listened to the fans because after all, when the first trailer of the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie dropped a couple years ago, and saw the first design of Sonic the Hedgehog, oh my God, they bullied the hell out of the studio when they had to delay it a few more months to fix up Sonic the Hedgehog's design. And look, it worked. It became better. It looked better and everything. And even in this movie, it still looks better than that freaking first one. That was a fiasco. I'm not gonna deny. Usually, I don't get all into that kind of stuff, but when I saw that first design, I was like, oh man, that's not good. Like, it was, yeah. If you know, you know. Um, Anyways, I want to get back to talking Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It's definitely a kids movie. There's no doubt in my. If you were going into this movie expecting it to be like close to adult like, close to like into your range of if you're in your early 20s like I am, if you're expecting it to be like that, then you don't expect that. It's a kids movie. It's for kids after all. It's Sonic the Hedgehog, but there is enough like callbacks to the original Sonic the Hedgehog both the video game and the animated series, that makes the OG fans, and even some people that grew up like that were around when the Sonic the Hedgehog was first introduced into the world. That's that's what made it good for those type of fans like myself. I mean, I enjoyed it actually for the film itself, even as a kids movie. I like kids movies still, and I'm 24 freaking years old. I will watch kids movies probably for the rest of my life. Um, and that's what it is. It's a good kids movie. I really enjoyed it. I think it's just as good, if not maybe better than the first Sonic the Hedgehog. I don't remember what I rated the first Sonic the Hedgehog. It's actually bugging me now. I don't have my phone on me right now. My phone's actually over there. All right, sorry for the weird cut. I decided to just get up out of my seat and get my phone to look up my review for the first Sonic the Hedgehog. I did do a review for the first Sonic the Hedgehog on my Instagram because I didn't have YouTube at the time, or I didn't make YouTube videos at the time, and I just remember making the review for it a couple years ago. I just don't remember what I gave it, what rating I gave it actually. I did rewatch the movie actually before I went to go see this movie, and I'm glad I did. I always do that usually for any type of movie I see. Like before I went to go see Spider-Man No Way Home, I literally watched every Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland Spider-Man before. Rewatched all of them before I went to go see the new one because I like to like kind of remind myself for maybe the little things that I might not remember in this new movie. The rating I gave for the first one is an 8.5 out of 10, and I will say, I will give this one an 8.5 out of 10 as well. There are a couple times where you're just like, okay, really. There are a couple of the jokes in there where it just felt like should I be laughing at that or them? But Jim Carrey, he steals the show again in this movie. He did a great job again. I hope he returns for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is already confirmed to be in the works. It was confirmed like about a month ago. Jim Carrey has already said he's probably going to retire after this movie. But hopefully he'll just say, I'll do Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and then I'm done. But the way this movie ended, I'm not going to say what because I don't want to spoil it right now. When I jump into spoilers, I'll give you my reasons why. The way this movie ends, I can see how they can make the third one without his character. As much as I really like this character and hope he does return for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, it would be fine. It's not a big deal for me. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, like Jim Carrey fans and diehard Sonic the Hedgehog fans, as well as Dr. Robotnik fans, would not want to see that. But to me, I don't see it as a big deal. I would still go see Sonic the Hedgehog 3 whether he's in it or not. Idris Elba did a great job voicing Knuckles. Colleen, I'm not even going to try to say her last name, at voicing Tails. She did a great job. Um, James Marsden, he did a great job in the film. And there is a mid-credit scene, actually, in this movie. So make sure you stay for that. And the mid-credit scene, oh man, it gets you hyped, is all I'm saying. And especially if you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan. If you liked any sort of Sonic the Hedgehog growing up or in general, even if you didn't play the video game and or watch the series growing up, but you did watch the first movie, and if you did enjoy that movie, go see this movie. Because this movie is just as enjoyable, if not more enjoyable. Because there are so many moments and cool moments in this movie that you're just like, this is actually pretty fun and cool. After all, that's what it is. It was a fun and enjoyable movie. If you like just, I guess the only way people would say they hated this movie is if you're an extremely diehard Sonic the Hedgehog fan. They did nothing for you. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. At the end of the day, it's your opinion. And anyways, that's all I gotta say for my non-spoiler review. I'm jumping into spoilers now. If you have not seen the movie and don't want to be spoiled, stop watching now. Again, I'm talking spoilers, so stop watching. You've been warned. I want to first talk about how I could see Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik not coming back for the third one. After all, the way his character, the way we last saw his character, the very last shot of him falling from the robot, I can see that his character was killed off maybe right there. That they probably can, so that, I mean, it's almost like the studio knew that he might have retired, actually, while this movie was in production. Because if he does say, you know what, I'm retiring, I'm no longer going to make any more movies, then they could say, alright, his character in Sonic the Hedgehog 2 got killed off, we don't need to bring him back. What was I saying? But if he does say, you know what, I'll do Sonic the Hedgehog 3, then I'm done, then they could probably write his character into the script of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 yet. But I'm sure they're going to get an answer soon because they probably need an answer soon because I wouldn't be surprised if they start working on the script soon, if not they already are. And the way, like I said, the way that movie ended, I could see whether they can have his character be in Sonic the Hedgehog 3, whether he's in it or not. Either way, like I said, I'm seeing the movie whether he's in it or not. As much as I love his character and I love him as an actor and grew up with him as an actor, there are actually a couple funny moments in the movie too, where I heard the Grinch actually from him. He what's it called? When he at one point he said wrong-o, and I literally heard the exact same sound of Grinch. I mean, I know he plays the Grinch and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, but still, it was funny to hear it, like, right there in the back of my head. And there were a couple moments where the way he acted, I saw the Grinch. I was just like, oh my god, he's kind of playing the Grinch right now a little bit. And I just thought that was awesome. Like I said, Jim Carrey is probably my all-time favorite actors growing up. He's just a tremendous actor. He's funny. I hope to meet him one day. Like, God almighty. That dude is, I heard he's one of the nicest guys ever, too. What else? Oh man, I just want to talk about the mid-credit scene. Holy crap! I was not expecting that. I mean, if I'm being honest, the way they were speaking at first, the that general and that other, I think it was a lieutenant or something like that. The general and the lieutenant, they were talking about we got something talking. I don't know why there was a small part of me that we thought that I thought we were going to see freaking Mario show up, even though there's an animated movie in the works. There was like this one part of me that Mario was going to show up, but like at the same time there wasn't. Like, I mean, I wasn't surprised we didn't see Mario. Don't get me wrong, but like there was like a small part of me in the back of my head that was like, could it be Mario? Could Mario show up in this movie? It's like, no, it's just it's stupid to think. Um, but oh man, Shadow, I was not expecting that. My jaw dropped to the floor. Shadow was probably one of my, besides Sonic, Shadow was probably my second favorite Sonic the Hedgehog like character. I played the Shadow the Hedgehog video game, the GameCube game actually when I was a kid. That's one of my favorite video games from the Sonic the Hedgehog lore. Besides like the original game and stuff, that's one of my favorite games. Like, oh man, when I saw him, I got pumped. I was like, yo, like, because it was just awesome to see that. I also liked how it was a cool shot when we saw Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails stand up ready to fight the robot on the ground level. I forgot what the exact name is of that robot. Uh, it was cool seeing Dr. Robotnik consume the Master Emerald, and it was cool seeing the Chaos Emeralds. And when the Master Emerald broke and the Chaos Emeralds came out of it, excuse me. Um, and at first I'm thinking to myself, hold on, are we about to get Golden Sonic? Gold Sonic? I forgot the exact name. I think it's Super Sonic. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've seen the movies, the OG series. I mean, as well as the video game. But when the way the stones came out and they were in Dr. Robotnik's robot was about to step on him and Tom and Maddie's character, I was thinking to myself, hold on, is he about to turn into the Gold Sonic? And then when they went into him and I saw the gold, I was like, no freaking way. I honestly didn't expect to see it. Because I'm not going to lie, I thought to myself before I saw the movie, could we be getting Golden Sonic in this movie? Because I also thought to myself, it's probably too early for this. It's just the second movie where he's meeting Knuckles for the first time, as well as Tails, and learning more about his power and learning more about these Chaos Emeralds and stuff like that. Because honestly, I think it would have been. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was awesome seeing that go full on God mode down that robot, especially when he stops the fist like it was nothing. It was like boom. I was like, oh my god, like it was just awesome. I mean, don't get me wrong. I was happy seeing it, but I think if they brought it into the third movie to fight Shadow, I think that would have been better maybe. But at the end of the day, I don't care. I was still happy to see the Gold Sonic, Super Sonic, whatever it's called, and it was just awesome. It looked exactly like the way it does in the OGs. I also thought it was kind of funny when after he was done beating Robotnik, he like started using the power of the Chaos Emeralds, and he brought in a chili dog. What else do I want to say? Oh yeah, there was one point that when Sonic was making fun of Robotnik, he's like, "You look like Professor X and." I forgot the other character he said mixed together. I thought that was funny because he did look like that. I know he's a Professor X, but I forgot the other character he said. I also thought it was funny when he was going down the mountain snowboarding and he looked behind him and he saw Knuckles right on his tail. Even though it was in the preview, it was still funny to hear it. He goes, "Oh great, it's the Winter Soldier." I thought that was good. Like I said, I thought Idris Elba did a great job as Knuckles. I really liked how in the movie too, that you saw him like he's like looking at Sonic the way, and he also felt kind of bad for him too when he also lost everything, and also when he saw the way Robotnik was acting a little bit, he had small doubts in him too. Um, I'm looking forward to the Knuckles live action series. I think that's gonna be awesome especially with Idris Elba returning. Idris Elba's a great actor. I freaking love that guy. Dude's funny as hell. He's such a great actor. Any role that I see him in, that I've watched him in, and I've seen a bunch of projects in him in besides just this one in the MCU, it's always good. Because I remember watching him in Ghost Rider. He actually did a really good job. He was great in The Office, and like I said, he's just a great actor. One thing I did notice, one Easter egg, actually was when Agent Stone was like looking through the holograms of all the outfits of Dr. Robotnik, you can see like the original design of Dr. Robotnik, though when he had that beard belly and stuff like that with Jim Carrey's look, and you can see it right on the hologram. I actually noticed that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's the OG look of Dr. Robotnik, and I thought that was really really cool. Um, and the actress I don't know, I don't see her in the casting right now. That is weird. I don't see her. The woman that was getting married in the movie, I thought she was freaking awesome. She's funny, and the way she was going after her fiance, who turned out to be an undercover agent or whatever you call them, they were called in the movie. I thought that was really good. Um, One thing I also liked about this movie is that, don't get me wrong, I like the human characters in this movie. Tom, Maddie, all of them. I'm glad that they weren't in this movie that much because they're not the focus of this movie. This is Sonic the Hedgehog's movie, and I'm glad that we saw more of Sonic the Hedgehog than we did of the humans. Don't get me wrong, like I said, I like the human characters, but I'm glad that it was Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails working together, not Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, and a human. It was just, yeah, we saw enough, quite a bit of humans in there. I'm not saying all we saw was Sonic the Hedgehog, but I'm glad we saw only mainly Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik, not just those other human characters. Um, what else did I want to say? I forgot what else I wanted to say, but that's all I can think of right now for my non-spoiler and spoiler review for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Again, I cannot wait for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Seeing Shadow got me pumped. Looking forward to the Knuckles live action series. I don't know when that comes out. I don't even think they have a projected release date yet for that series, but I will be watching it. And I don't even know if they have like what I think it's gonna be on Paramount Plus, actually, considering this movie was from Paramount. Um, but anyways, I will be watching and reacting actually to that series. Looking forward to watching that. Can't wait for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Again, that was my review for Sonic the Hedgehog 2. If y'all could please do me a favor, please give this video a like and or subscribe to my channel, and I would really appreciate that. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Have a good one.